Okay, so I'm just going to give an overview of what I have in the binder. On this one, I have like an emergency symbol. I have a bright binder that's easy to find. So if I have it in my room, it's easy to find. I have my name on it because, duh, it's for me. So the first thing I had in one of the tabs that I created was just general info. So on here, I'm not going to get too close. I have my address and let's see, my doctor's contact information, emergency contacts, and like blood type. And when my binder was last updated. Fun fact, my binder has not been updated since December. I also have some notes on some things that I've been wanting to add to my binder. On the back of that page, I have my healthcare directive of like, if I were to be in the hospital and I can't speak for myself, that I have someone listed, which is my husband, who is able to make those decisions for me. The next part of that, I have my main diagnosis, which is myasthenia, and when I was diagnosed and what my symptoms are. And I do have some of those resources from the MD United page that really go into details to what MG is. But for me, I just really went into detail into like when I'm in a flare, when I'm not doing well, this is what it looks like for me and how my symptoms present. So I wrote general common symptoms for generalized MG patients, and then what mine show up as. I also took a reference from a really awesome MG lady. Her name's Kate Masters, and I have that in here somewhere. It's a reference page for myasthenia for the internist, because not all ERs know how to deal with that. And I can show you that really quick, hopefully. So it looks like this. So it just kind of goes over what pretty much everything you can think of with the disease. So it's a neurologic disorder, how it presents in women, clinical manifestations, diagnosis, and the biggest thing for me that I reference in this is if you are in the ER, you reference the breath count, and because they'll just try to go off of your oxygen, which is not helpful for most of us. But that's something that I reference in, like if I'm showing symptoms, I reference to this of doing a breath count and certain other things with this. But it also lists another resource, I guess, of options and treatments for MG and drugs to avoid. So, because not all of them are always listed, and it is another reference. So on top of that, so that first part I had was my general information and just kind of MG, how it presents for me. My second tab is medications and allergies. So I have all my medications listed out, which again, I need to update. I have not done that in a while, but I have how much I take and how often. I have all medications listed, and I include supplements in like its own category. I would suggest listing, if you take the same supplements every month, like same brand, same dosage, that you write those out, because sometimes those things can interfere with treatments or medications if you are in the hospital for something, for a number of things, even if it's not MG. I do also have my other diagnoses down here, just as an extra, and that's kind of what some of these medications feed into and are treating. I also have like a specific list of allergies. I am not allergic to any medications, but I do have some food allergies and sensitivities. And I go into detail with those, just labeling if it's a mild to severe allergy, which mine differs depending on how bad I'm doing. My tomato allergy can be non-existent to severe. And the same with all these, I list what kind of allergy it is, but I also list what kind of reactions and how my allergy symptoms present with these, which again, I need to update because I have more now. After that, I don't have a tab for this really. I just have some resources, which I need to switch this over to a different page, but I had the cautionary drugs, just because I feel like that's a really important one to have. When I was in the hospital for my thymectomy, I was going to be given beta blockers, and I actually noticed that it was on this list. Now, not to say that we can't have it, but it's a cautionary drug. So I actually brought it up to one of my doctors who were a part of the medical team for that surgery, and they opted for me to not do it, and I was fine. They were okay not doing it. They understood the concern. And I showed them my reference. I was like, this is literally on the list of things that we should possibly avoid. And I'm like, going in for major surgery, don't want to get hurt from that, okay? And again, that's a resource for the Myasthenia Foundation. Okay, I think I'm gonna have to split this into a second video.